Hey guys, and welcome back to another video not on my tank for this week. I've been meaning to do this video for quite a while, and this is my dad's tank, which I'm finally going to be showing. I'm going to be going over all the equipment on the tank, for all the corals, all the stages it's been through, future plans for it and all sorts. So let's get to it. So some of you may already know what this tank is. This is a EA Aqua 900 Reef Pro, I think. So it's a 260 litre tank. It's running two Jecod A360Xs with the magnifying glass underneath it, which just magnifies the light that's going through it but narrows down the beam. Flow wise, is still adding flow onto this tank. There is a new max spec jump gyre. I believe this is the 4K. We got a TMC Reef Tide. I think this is pushing about 7,000 or 8,000 litres an hour. And then we've got a little just a tiny little Tunze Nano Stream 6040, I think, which pushes about 4,000 or 5,000 litres an hour. So not that much flow in here at the moment. He's still upgrading flow. You can see at the top, he has all of his controllers at the top. This is the return pump, got Jecod return pump, got the temp controller, the Skimmer controller, we've got the Jecod LED controllers, we've got a TMC wave pump controller, the Tunze wave pump controller, and the max spec jump controller. If you look down into the to the sump area, get this light on, you can see that Skimmer, he's running a very big Tunze skimmer. Running a filter sock down here, a few bits of live rock down there to help with biological, little frag rack there to hold the little pump. Down here there's I'm not too sure how much kilos of it, but there's maybe a few kilos of Biohome Ultimate biological media. In the corner there's some more live rock, and wedged, you can't just see it, but there is a Jecod titanium heat bar. I think it's 300 watts. I believe it's 200 or 300 watts in here. TMC Doser, same as mine. Well, this is the 3-channel doser. Mine's a 2-channel, so this is a slightly bigger version. Dosing in Alpha Reef, which is this stuff right here. It doses alkalinity, calcium, magnesium, and all the trace elements all in one solution. So I'm getting on really well with this. Some really good stuff. Not too sure how much he's dosing on it. I know it's quite a lot actually. Much more than me. Dosing in some Vibrant, same as I am, once a week. I believe it's about 7 or 8 mil a week. I'm doing 3, so this tank's about twice the size as mine, so it makes sense to do about twice the amount of dosage. So you see all the cables are nice and neat and tidy on the side. So all the plugs here, you can easily switch off whatever you want on both sides. Same glass cleaner as me. Got the Tunze one here, and then well, I don't have this one, but he uses the flipper one, which is nice and quick and easy to use. There's quite a lot of glass here, and just using a little nano magnet does take quite a while, so he just uses that for the edges and the corners. So that's about it for equipment. Quite a lot of equipment on here, and still a lot more to be added on, wave pumps mainly. As for livestock, fish, still adding a few others, but there is a couple big ones in here. We've got a copper band, mainly to clear up the Aptasia. There is now no Aptasia in here whatsoever, completely swept out of it. He did have quite a lot, but this little copper band, he ate it up just within a week or two, I think. We've got a nice little regal tang who's just gone in the cave there. There he is. Got a little banana wrasse, yellow chorus wrasse, and there's what just swooped back down there is a, see there at the back, there's 2 little engineer gobies. Right here there is an algae blenny, so you can see he's picking away at the rocks. I got this fish as well, going to really help with algae. There's a peacock wrasse somewhere in here. I think it's because he's down the side there. I got one of those as well, along with 2 Ocelarus clownfish, just the common clowns. Down here there is also a Midas blenny sticking his head out. There it is, right in the middle of the screen. Down here there's a little, what do you call these guys? Some sort of mandarin goby. I'm not too sure on the exact species, but it is a mandarin goby. And I think that's about it for fish. There is a few, obviously there's a conch, there's quite a few Mexican turbo snails in here, a couple crabs, one emerald crab, so all the basics really, still adding in a couple more fish here and there. As you can see, the tank is very packed full of coral, not really much room to add much else. Obviously there is some space, got some on this rock, there is some places yet to be filled up with more coral and with growth. There's quite a lot of acros in here. Got a frag rack here with all the those little corals on there, little fragments of them. Some zoas, GSP, a few acros, platy Monteboras, digitata. At the back there's some GSP, green star polyps, Pavona. Got some Hisuta, Duncan, Hystrix, green Hystrix, bit of Euphilia here and there. You may be a bit confused by this if you've been watching my recent videos. This is my coral right here. Basically, I'm going to leave this for next video, but I did get my my shipment in, my delivery of corals. So I've got some zoas, and I gave them the big colony of utter chaos zoas that I had. I've still got a few in mine. I just didn't want a massive colony of them, so he was quite interested in them, so I thought store them in here. So it's a really nice tank considering it's only oh god, I don't know actually, 6-7 months old. I think it's come along 7 months. Coralline is everywhere, see all over the back wall, all over the rocks, literally coating, it's layering on. A few bits are on the front glass actually here and there. Fish are happy, corals are happy. It did go through a very ugly stage where he lost about 40 or 50% of his corals due to what we don't know. That's a complete mystery. Parameters, I only know a few of these. Nitrate and phosphate are running quite low, I think. Alkalinity is about the same as mine, about 8.5 to 9-ish. Down the side here there is a little ATO top-up tank, which is 25 litres. I believe this has to be topped off every week to 10 days, I think it's like 7 or 8 days. So quite quickly, but it's not a hard job just to top that up. So you can follow my dad on YouTube, Nathan Willard. You may already know him on YouTube. He's doing weekly updates on this tank, lots of new videos come in. One issue that's going on at the moment with this tank, it's only very small, is cyanobacteria. As I mentioned earlier, lack of flow would be the cause of that. So if you look down here, you can see all these red bits. These are dark red cyanobacteria. I had the same issue, but we know how to clear it up. Well, what he has to do first is ideally get some more flow on here as soon as possible, and then he's going to do a dose of that. Let me get it. CyanoRx, which is the stuff I use. This got rid of all of my cyanobacteria in under 16 hours, I think, 12 hours. Completely all gone, and the tank was swarming with it. Put it in one morning, next morning completely gone, like 100%. I never had to do it, I only did one dose of this. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So you got cyano, get this stuff, it's absolutely brilliant. This is quite a very organised set of trays. We've got some test kits in here, bit of food, a few just bits and bobs, little bits of pipes, blades, filter socks, all sorts of little things. Got a few pots, bit of putty, filter sock. At the bottom, old test kits, glass cleaners, a few foods, frag plugs, all those little bits. So that's all of this stash of fish equipment. So nothing much this week for a video, just a video on the tank. I'll probably try and do updates on this tank every month or two when I can. Stuff just keeps getting in the way with my tank. Things go on, so I can't do a video on this tank. So when I can, every couple of months or so, I'll do a brief update on the tank. Obviously it's not my own tank, so I'm not in the details with parameters and what's exactly going on, but I know the basics. I know what's going on with the tank, I know what's in it, I know all the equipment. So it's a really nice tank, 260 litres, still in progress, a little bit younger than mine, a couple months younger I think, 2-3 months younger, but yeah, it looks really good already. So in a year's time definitely this will be packed with acros, euphyllias, torches, nice big fish swimming about. I don't want loads of comments on this Regal. Lots of people are probably going to say this is eventually going to get too big. Yes, eventually, when she does get too big, she will be removed from the tank. Maybe replaced with a little one, but it'll be quite a while, a year and a half at least, I think, until this Regal gets too big to come out. Copper band I think will be alright. You won't really get much bigger than that. Maybe an extra centimetre or two wider, not really that much, but a few more wrastlers are going to be added as well to add a little bit more movement going on with the tank. Same with mine as well. I think I want to add another wrastle too if I can. So I think that'll do it for this week's update. Next week I did say I will be I'll do a video on my new corals that I got, because they're actually in the tank at the moment. The reason I'm not doing a video on them right now is because the polyps are a little bit shot in. Their colour isn't quite where I want it to be filmed. So we're going to give it another week, let them settle in a little bit more, and then I'll get some filming of them. I just got 5 Zoa frags, that's all I'm saying. So I'll show you them next week. So I'll see you guys, well actually no, it won't be next week, it might be this weekend actually. I'll try and get it in a little bit earlier if I can. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye.